Oh, actually, before that, I forgot to look at this.
Recently, I did a video about Earth 2. In my eyes, it's either A, a delusional group of pathetically idealistic idiots who think that they can redefine the entire virtual entertainment sector with a small team, limited resources, and the largest undertaking, possibly, in the history of technology, or B, a pyramid scheme and a scam that will never deliver and was never intended to. Take your pick, it's still a bad thing.
I think it's the first one.
Well, that video caused a lot of anger and a...
Planet IX is
I'm sold. Fuck it, that looks cool.
A copy of the planet where players can buy, collect, and trade picks, which is how we call the lots of land.
It's the same game.
Packages, and then go into the marketplace, and then they can sell, exchange, buy directly from
Holy
the
fuck. Holy shit, it is exactly the same scam.
And we're gonna plant like tons and tons of trees. And those guys do not only plant trees, but they have like really beautiful social work happening.
Who are they?
The success of the game. The more players
they also have 50 rocket ships.
The more trees we're gonna plant, and we're gonna keep doing this beautiful.
We're gonna plant trees. We're gonna make laser eyes.
Gameplay, NFTs, cryptocurrency.
This is the most unapologetic scam I've ever seen.
Soon we'll have tutorials online and showing like how easy this entire NFT world will be.
This is actually shocking.
That's a colossal amount, actually, because in just a minute 30 flat, this project manages to combine social and environmental activism, NFTs, crypto,
it did a lot.
World building,
it
gaming,
did do a lot.
Loot boxes, and honestly a whole bunch more. But
I think some people just need to get scammed.
Advertised framework, they will launch in 3 separate.
Like if you put money into
this digital world will
like
apparently change
really
the actual
deserve
world.
it.
And since I've now been accused many times, it's easy to establish what Planet IX is once we establish what Crowd 1 is. And to do that, we need to look at their history and their business model.
Jesus, how deep does it go?
Self-advertises as some sort of... Crowd 1 is a pyramid scheme, more commonly known today by those with an utter lack of intellectual competence as a multi-level marketing opportunity. Crowd 1
Nobody calls it that, though. They just call it a pyramid scheme.
Greed
I never hear that tossed around anymore.
The business model revolves around education. It's pretty much the standard practice for those who rely on colloquial turns of phrase as some sort of life-changing charade. And it is, of course,
so what do you buy?
Well. Crowd 1 skirts...
I'm just gonna look it up myself. I don't get it. What the fuck do you buy with Crowd 1? You buy quotes? Oh my god. I'm gonna bring up this website. Let me show you. If any of you, you're taking business courses in university, maybe you graduated with the degree and you're too smart to be scammed, just in case. If you ever see a fucking site that has to say, we are not an investment scheme, you're fucked. If you disregard something like this and still go in, you deserve whatever happens next. You absolutely deserve it. Within the very first paragraph of this website, it immediately gives you the biggest possible red flag. Literally, we aren't a scam. Trust us. But yeah, this looks like an absolute dog shit idea. And I still don't even get what it does. Like, I don't know what you're... Like, what is this shit, though? Like, you're buying nothing. You're buying Migster, who I'm guessing is like a cereal box mascot or something. I don't really get it. Like, I don't know how someone falls for this. Oh, here he is. A mobile gaming tournament platform, Migster. So you're paying for 12 months to a furry fan site? Like, what is it?
Migster is a social gaming platform for you and your friends to play and take part in tournaments through online streaming.
They did not. They did not. This is the old Scooby-Doo Cartoon Network game from their website back in the early 2000s. Holy shit. This, I am actually... This just sent me on like a nostalgia boner, like fucking That's So Raven episode. I used to play all of those Cartoon Network games. All of them. The Dexter's Lab ones where you're making like a maze for chickens to die in. The Scooby-Doo one, Samurai Jack had a good one. Teen Titans, oh my god. Why is this being advertised in a 2021 product? Stream your favorite games. If you're trapped in a time vortex in 2002... Oh, Migster's calling, you better answer. What's that playful little guy want? Uh-oh. Christ, so when a tournament starts, your whole life is ruined. The Avengers called, we need you, ASAP. Stop what you're doing. You have to play the Scooby-Doo Flash game right now. So much effort went into this trailer. My god, for one of the worst ideas I've ever seen. I feel like I'm getting a whole movie's experience worth right now. Wow. Fuck. Alright, sign me up. That trailer was real cool. And let's see how Migster's doing now. So you pay for this payment plan for Migster access. But how is he doing? Do they have reviews of Migster on YouTube? Is there any Migster tubers?
Matter natin, press nyo lang po yung... So,
do you play any games?
Automatic meron
Here we
pa
go.
yung 1,000 credits. So para saan po ba yung 1,000 credits na yun? So para ano po ba yan at nakitira na ang sobrang
when
dami.
Does the gaming start?
Ano po katay ng...
Alright, that didn't really answer any of my questions. Alright. So I didn't learn anything. But I am interested. What else do you pay for? With Mindo, you grow both personally and professionally. Explore courses like rhetorics and how to build your audience and become an entrepreneur. Travel benefits. With Life Trends, you get great discounts at hotels, travel, and cruises. I don't understand. With what? Hey, excuse me, I'd like to stay at this hotel. I have 15 Life Trends coins from Crowd1. What do you mean, get out? Man, this is crazy. So this is it? This is all of Crowd1? You just pay for subscriptions to these awful services? What is so me? I'm so confused. Like, I don't even get the differences in the packages, man. Like, this is blowing my fucking mind that anyone puts money into this. So at $300, you get access to all of their garbage. And for $800, you get access to all of their garbage at the exact same lengths with a little extra Life Trend money coins. But then you get something called lifetime membership to Link Me, which doesn't seem to be like a service anywhere on here. Oh, here it is. Never lose a link again. So you get access to a notepad to save your links. And then for $3,000, you get So Me as well. I don't understand. The world is a social one, but it's hard to keep track of all of the different platforms. So what? You get a platform that tells you Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, and then you just click on those. So you get the access to bookmarks. I don't like. What does this mean? This is baffling, man. People are so dumb. Like, god damn.
But Emerge Gaming has, quote, no idea what the motivations of its 150,000 subscriber user base really are, which is a direct result of their partnership with Crowd1 because its platform is used as an affiliate marketing scam to lure in vulnerable people and is quite literally damaging to their image as a publicly traded company.
True, I definitely thought less of them. 150,000 subscribers to it.
Scam. Emerge Gaming is also accused of not conducting their due diligence when they accepted over $8 million from Crowd1. And the list will go on and on.
Well, that's a good chunk of change. If you're going to fuck your product, you might as well do it for $8 million. I'm going to create a service. Doesn't exist. I'm just going to make a cute mascot, and I'm just going to like stealth launch a service, like a website somewhere, and just say, you know, like a subscription model, dumb tiers. And I'm just going to see how many people just give money to something that just doesn't promise anything and just doesn't exist. I'm going to fill the description, like make a real website, filled with just buzzwords on buzzwords, but never actually say that there's going to be anything there, so I don't have to worry about fraud. It's literally just going to be a thing that people can put money into, and I'll just see how many people do it. Like, I cannot believe. Like, this one, Earth 2, okay, FOMO, right? People don't want to miss out, and Earth 2 promises, like, hey, if you buy this fucking tile on a grid, it might be worth something. You know, but this promises nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I'm on their Twitter right now. They say they have 1 million Migster subscribers, and I promise you that's a lie. And then there's one guy commented on this saying this is amazing and unbelievable. He misspelled unbelievable. Crazy. I don't doubt 150,000 subscribers though. I actually don't doubt it.
to go rapid
Just making
fire
me
because
upset.
the explanation would derail into an hour or more at least of links and affiliations.
It's believable because it's not a scam. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or not. Please, I need to hear... For the love of God, tell me you're making a sarcastic comment, Baskin. I'll wait. We need to sit you down and, like, take away your access to spending money. Everyone in chat is on Migster. You're behind. Fuck! I'd have to start streaming on Migster. Fuck! Yeah, what was I thinking?
There are individual statements about the exact moment that Crowd1 devalued their promotional currency and robbed nearly everyone who was affiliated with them of what they had been working for by aggressively
Holy
lobbying
shit.
their friends and family to join this scam, such as Tor Anders Petero, who is known in his home country as the Pyramid King, and how once that information was discovered by BBC Africa, it got cleansed.
Yeah, but this time it's different.
From the internet.
This time he went
That man has
legit.
openly stated numerous times
This
that
is
he
real
looks
now.
for and accepts leads on
He's targeting
anyone trying to
gamers.
Start
No one
a
betrays
multi-level
us.
marketing scheme. Planet IX hasn't actually launched yet. It hasn't sucked tens of millions of dollars out of the pockets.
Oh,
of
but it
people
will.
sold on a dream that doesn't exist.
It
to enrich a
fucking
few
will.
criminals at the top of the pyramid. Actually, maybe it has. It is, after all, marketing to a user base in the tens of millions under the global network that is Crowd1. But it's still in a phase where some people might be susceptible, and it's beginning to ramp.
Oh no, Selfa. It's a wonderful thing being a member. No, oh, come on now.
An ultimate ending that isn't a total investor wipeout based on the methodology and business
I gotta
practices
hand it
of
to the
its
team
parent
though.
company,
They've been
Crowd1.
pyramid
But when
scheming for
reality calls,
years.
it will be harsh.
And they keep
I wouldn't
doing
be
it
surprised
successfully.
At all if they take this particular video down or DMCA something or
One of the
send a
guys is
slap
literally
suit,
called the king
I
of
don't really
pyramid
care
schemes,
because
and he
it
still
needs to
makes
be said.
another one.
I
Just
see
fine.
it everywhere. Humanize it that if this entire thing falls apart, it's going to impact a lot of innocent people, not just the scammers who are stealing most of the money at the top. So it's a really complex problem.
That was good. I actually cannot believe this shit. Like, oh my god. I just don't understand. I don't get the perspective. Like, how does someone go to that website that I just showed you and read anything on there and be like, yep, probably safe? And if you do even a second of research and find out that the entire team behind it is known pyramid scam artists, like, I just don't know. Like, I just can't wrap my head around that thought process. Like we learned a couple weeks ago, most of the people who get scammed are like well-off, wealthier people. And I don't know how the fuck that happens. Maybe they don't read it. Then why put any money into it? Because like, unlike a crypto where you could just like fucking go wild and put something into dog shit and get rug pulled or whatever, this is you're putting money into something that claims it's a streaming service or like an education platform. So wouldn't you at least want to see that? It's fucking crazy. I've never been someone that believes in demons or possession or anything paranormal for that matter until today. I took a look at Drake's upcoming album, Certified Lover Boy, as well as his merch that he just dropped, and I am convinced Drake is possessed by the spirit of a 9-year-old girl. It's called Certified Lover Boy, which is already a pretty fucking cool title, and I can assure you, you're not ready for how embarrassing the stuff he's released is, so get your butt plug in, because this is a Certified Lover Boy moment. Did you see Damien Hirst did this shitty Drake album art? No way. No fuck. That is the most pretentious thing I've ever heard. Damien Hirst did Drake's album art? Certified Lover Boy album art designed by Damien Hirst. Is this the album? Oh my god, tell me this is the album. This looks like a Damien... This actually looks like a Damien Hirst piece. Take the most low effort thing imaginable, copy and paste it in different colors. All he does is polka dots or pill capsules. This is actually the album art, isn't it? Oh my god, I'm so excited. Holy fuck, that's actually the album. Drake fans have to be in shambles. You know how much Damien Hirst charges for a piece? He is the wealthiest living artist currently. And by a wide margin. He is worth almost $1 billion for shit like this. He took emojis and just kept changing the color. And Drake paid him millions. God, Damien Hirst. I used to hate Damien Hirst. I still do. but I respect the scam. Damien Hirst only scams rich, stupid assholes like Drake. And that I can't help but applaud. Like, the only people that ever go to Damien Hirst are extremely wealthy, and he uses them like a fucking fleshlight. So I do respect that, actually. Did you guys see Drake's merch? Because I saw that on Twitter right before going live. It's some of the worst merch I've ever seen in my life. I would rather wear, like, Fred merch from 2009 than the new Drake merch. Where can I find it? This is apparently Drake's official merch. This is so dangerous going on Twitter on stream. You never know when the Council of Cock might show their face. But, like, the front of it's fine. Like, the front looks okay, but then you get to the back. Oh my god. This is actually that shit you see on Facebook that truckers will wear. Like, I didn't fight in a war and drive this truck so you could look at my daughter. It's so goofy. It's so fucking goofy. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Why is that Matt's Twitter? He just never logged out, so sometimes I'll tweet from his account to scare him. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Certified lover boy. This is that kind of shit that'll get you bullied if you wear it in public. I am excited to hear the album. If it's not just Drake crying over every track, I'm going to be disappointed. After reading this shit right here and him hiring Damien Hirst for the album art, it better just be sobbing, weeping for 5-6 songs at least. Who would wear this? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. It is rough. Like, the front's fine. Like, I actually like this logo here, that Nike swoosh with the flowers and shit coming off. That looks good. But you'd have to walk around like Flats the Flounder from SpongeBob. Don't let anyone see the back of it because, my god, they're going to start shooting spitballs at you. It's so disgustingly awful. I have no doubt he consulted like a 9-year-old girl to make it for him. And the good thing is this hasn't dropped yet, so there's still time for him to change it. Or make it worse, even. I still think he should go with like something maybe garbage truck related, like, I like garbage trucks. Certified lover boy. Something to really bring it home. What a fucking disaster. Damien Hirst album art and then Facebook Marketplace Redbubble shit here. Now, if you don't know who Damien Hirst is, I envy your ignorance. I would implore you to look up a little bit about him. He doesn't even make his own pieces anymore for the most part. He just has people make polka dots and he sells those polka dots for millions of dollars. It is the most blatant money laundering I've ever seen in my life. And Drake just fucking hook, line, and sinkered into his scam. Like, he went into Varrock and RuneScape and he was like, you know what? I know you're not actually trimming armor, but take it anyway. Fuck it. Like, it's crazy how anyone pays Damien Hirst to do anything. He gives you the worst shit ever. Like, for example, the first time I learned about Damien Hirst was actually on stream, where he designed a hotel room, which was like $100,000 a night to stay there because he helped design it, like all the art in it. And all it is he put medical waste in a bar. So he just took medical waste from a dumpster, put it in a bar, and then he put stickers on the windows that were just pills, and then he had a cabinet of pills. That's his art. He does a lot with pills. Like, he'll also just sell pill cabinets. Like, he'll just take cheap pills, like fucking placebo pills from birth control, put them in a cabinet, and it'll sell for millions of dollars because Damien Hirst's stupid fucking name is on it. And Drake hired that guy to make that album art, which is literally just emojis copy and pasted. It is a beautiful disaster just to start it all off. Now, Certified Lover Boy could come out and have absolute bangers on the album. I mean, that's certainly possible. But after seeing this shit, I'm expecting Certified Lover Boy's music to just be Drake on an acoustic guitar whining. Like, this just seems so sad. Like, the entire thing here is just goofy and embarrassing. And then, of course, the merch. The merch is on another level of silliness. I also love the position of Certified Lover Boy. It is an actual tramp stamp built into the shirt. Then with, like, Tumblr blog posts above it. It actually looks like shirts that would have been sold on Tumblr as a joke. And it's Drake's official Nike collab. Drake needs to just fire all of his friends for letting him go through with this. He needs to just get a whole new group of friends and whoever helped greenlight this at Nike needs to lose their job. This is so embarrassing to look at. My God. It is a disaster on all levels, but I bet it'll sell extremely well because people will buy anything as long as a celebrity's attached to it, and I am excited to see these people wearing this out in public, just to have a little giggle every now and then. I think the shirts really will make the world a better place, because if you're having a bad day or something, and you go to the grocery store, you're like, fuck, I'm upset. I'm gonna get this goddamn onion and bite into it just to feel a little pain and be mad. And then you see a certified lover boy shirt walk by, you're like, it's not all bad, it could be worse, I could be wearing that. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly mad about their existence or anything. I just find it super entertaining. And I just wanted to talk about this because this is probably the most embarrassing thing I've seen for an upcoming album. Like, it couldn't be going worse for Drake right now from the reception I'm seeing and these designs. And he just publicly admitted to being scammed by putting Damien Hirst's name on it. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. Did you know Earth has a sequel? And it's a big stinky scam? A few months ago I learned about a project called Earth 2. Basically, you're paying a lot of money for nothing in return. This thing must have been created by Eugene Krabs himself because this shit is just so greedy and offers nothing for its service, if you can call it that. I'm not going to get too deep into what Earth 2 is. You can watch the video I posted about it where I was learning more about it. Basically, though, you're buying plots of land in an imaginary world. You're buying literal thoughts. Like, you're buying the idea of land. So you could go on Earth 2 and buy your church in the Earth 2 game board, and that's it, and then you can sell it. That's not what I'm here to talk about, like going deeper into why it's a scam. I think anyone with like a functioning brain can recognize that it's not real and it is just there to take money from idiots. It's a project hatched from the asshole of some douchebag who is trying their best to capitalize off the confusion in the crypto space. They've been able to brainwash these people into spending money on something that doesn't even exist, nor could ever exist in the capacity they advertise it as. But these fucking hemorrhoids have convinced very gullible people that they're going to miss out if they don't get in on Earth 2 right now. This fear of missing out has driven people insane, just genuine lunacy when it comes to spending money because everyone wants to be in on the next big crypto boom. I've read a lot of posts from community members at Earth 2, and my god, it feels like watching an ASPCA commercial looking at abused animals. I just feel bad, I get sad, I get a sinking feeling in my stomach seeing people genuinely believe some real awful things. There are people talking about how Elon Musk is going to start tweeting about Earth 2. They're calling Earth 2 the next Dogecoin. The delusion is painful. There's a higher chance Elon Musk tweets out one of my dick pics than anything about Earth 2. But anyway, I'm not here to focus too much on the scam component of that. You can look into it yourself if you're curious. I'm here to talk about something in particular. Since I posted that first video about Earth 2, they've begun using me and my content as advertisements for their product. If you can even call it a product. It is literally fucking Google Earth that they put little tiles on and you pay for tiles on Google Earth. It hurts. It fucking hurts how stupid and blatantly obvious this scam is, and yet it is still somehow making a lot of money. But again, I'm focusing on them using me to advertise that dog shit. Mainly on TikTok, so I want to show you some of that. Again, don't go harass their TikTok or harass any of the Earth 2 community. I never encourage that shit. But I do encourage you to go check out the Huge Charles channel I just recently made. The support on there has been wild, so thank you so much. And please go check it out if you're interested in seeing some more content and some more interesting shit. I'll put a link to Huge Charles in the description below. So here's just one of their TikToks. You'll see that it's like the goddamn Avengers came together to all of a sudden start promoting Earth 2, apparently. They've got clips from a ton of familiar faces. There's good old Elon Musk right there, Mudahar. I mean, the gang's all here. Logan Paul. And they just take random clips and start putting like Earth 2 promotional things over it, like this right here.
What is this? What the fuck is this thing? This looks incredible. What is this? What the fuck is this thing?
Sometimes it's not even like moments that fit. Like here, for example, they actually just took a clip of me insulting the game and used it to promote it. Almost 1 million views here.
What am I looking at? These Beyblades, or is this like a flag? Oh, they're all flags. One dumb asshole over here owns a single piece of this highway. Who bought this? Oh, hold on, you can't even see it. Who bought this thing? Yeah, I want that one lane on that highway in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whoever this is should not be allowed to use money again. What am I looking at?
I don't know if these channels are like an official channel from the team at Earth 2, if there even is a team at Earth 2. I'm pretty sure it's just one, maybe two guys. I don't think there's like a real staff there. Or if these are just managed by fans that stole their mom's credit card to buy V-Bucks and tiles in Earth 2, and now in order to prevent buyer's remorse, they're trying to get other people to buy on board by making TikToks like this. I really couldn't tell you if they're official or just stupid people that bought into it. But either way, it's still awful to see. It just sucks knowing this group is using my face to promote their scam to try and get people to go on board. And not just me, obviously you saw a lot of other people there too. It's just fucking horrible because there's definitely going to be someone out there that knows nothing about this project and they'll see like their favorite TikTok creator or they'll see Mudahar, Logan Paul and be like, oh, well, if they're backing this, I might need to look into it and then fall for this. It sucks. It's horrible. This isn't the only company to take my content to advertise their product without me knowing about it, but at least the other ones do it in a respectful way. For example, this company sells dick enlargement pills and they advertise on porn sites. And this looks cool, you know, I'm not mad about this. I don't think the product works. I don't think it's going to give you the Thor's hammer dick cock wiener. But, you know, at least I'm not, like, offended by it. I don't know what it says, you know, maybe it says like, this ugly son of a bitch is fucking your wife right now, find out how by clicking here. And that hurt a little bit, being called, you know, an ugly bastard or whatever. But, you know, this is a lot better than being used to advertise Earth 2. I would much rather me and my Moby Huge be used to advertise fucking placebo cock boosters than Earth 2. So yeah, I just wanted to make this to let you all know, I'm not actually promoting Earth 2, despite what that clever marketing would have you believe, even though it's really transparent that a 90-year-old dude is behind that, like some geriatric octogenarian is making those TikTok posts, because I don't think anyone would actually see that and be like, oh, it looks like this guy's really into it, considering in one of them they used an actual insult that I was putting against the product. So I just wanted to clear the air. I'm not endorsing Earth 2 by any means, nor the Hammer of Thor penis pills, surprisingly. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah. I still haven't been able to fix this webcam. I know the video looks like I'm trying to catfish you off Tinder with a filter on my pictures, but I can't do anything about it until I go get another one, which I haven't been able to do today. So for now, we're just gonna have to deal with this here. I want to talk to you about what I consider to be the most embarrassing crime ever committed, and also leading to significant jail time. A man in Georgia was recently sentenced to 3 years in prison for using his COVID relief money to buy an expensive Charizard Pokemon card. This is actually a story I've been following for quite some time. I'm not exactly Dick Gumshoe, but I was able to sniff out the truth in this case pretty early on and knew for a fact this would be a disaster he'd regret for the rest of his life, just like all of those dumb characters in the Darman universe. This guy made a really stupid decision that he is now paying a big price for. 3 years imprisonment. In October of last year, he actually pled guilty to a count of wire fraud after reportedly filing false information to the U.S. Small Business Association. He claimed that he had an entertainment service that employed multiple people and brought in like $235 grand before the pandemic. He applied for a COVID relief package for some money to keep the business going, and he got $85,000 from it, and then spent over $57,000 on the Pokemon card. Now, there's a bit of a discrepancy on what card he exactly purchased. Some people are saying it was a PSA 9 Charizard. Other sources were claiming that it was a Beckett 9.5 Charizard. It depends on who you ask and what dumpster behind Walmart you're talking to your dealer at. But the one thing that's for certain is he bought a graded Charizard card, because at that price it had to be a graded card. If he just bought a raw Charizard, no rubber, it'd be like 3 or 4 grand or something, depending on how beat up that shit is for a first ed Charizard. So he spent the majority of his COVID money on that card, and he didn't have that entertainment business he was claiming to have, unless of course he's still keeping that a secret and the entertainment was like giving over the pants hand jobs at massage parlors or something. I don't really know, but when he got busted, he had to give up the Charizard. So in the end, after all of that work and committing a crime, he still didn't even get to hold the holy grail of collecting for very long. He led them to a treasure he himself couldn't possess. Now, of course I don't agree with what the guy did, but I can kind of understand where he was coming from. As most of you know, I used to suffer from the cardboard rot as well. The addiction to collecting shiny cardboard. My fucking caveman brain just loved it, still do. But I understand how to control myself. As you all know, I'm a recovering addict. In fact, the Charizard card that he coveted so much to go to jail 3 years for, I have right here in this nice little frame. Framed it myself. It's a first ed Charizard. This shit's probably like a PSA 2. I'm sure the owner of this used to wipe their ass with it because it's in bad shape. But I don't care, because I do it for the love of the sport and also a mental illness. So yeah, I followed this story closely. It's something that's near and dear to my boners here because I also love to collect cards, still do. And when I read this story initially, I was like, fuck, that could have been me. Like that mugshot, it could have just been me staring back at you if things had just gone a little differently along the path I took in life. So, I mean, the story's sad because he's losing 3 years of his life to a really stupid decision. I don't know, like, his whole history, but this is obviously a really stupid scam to have tried. He's trying to scam the government. I mean, he succeeded for a time, and now he's going to jail for it for 3 fucking years. And I don't think smuggling Pokemon cards in your butthole is going to do him any good in there. I know cigarettes are often used as currency in prison, at least what movies and TV shows would have me believe, as well as like a couple of things I read. But maybe this guy could be a real pioneer, an innovator, and bring the joy of collecting Pokemon cards to jail, and he could be like the Kingpin in that case. But anyway, I do find the story sad, because it's obviously sad that this man's losing 3 years because he bought a Charizard. But I mean, this is the dumbest scam you could have done. If he had just stuck to crypto scams and NFT scams like the rest of them, he would still be out there today funding his addiction to rare Charizards, and he'd still be shitposting on Twitter about his new Bored Ape that he's trying to peddle, and it would have been fine. But instead, he chose old Uncle Sam to go after, and that was just a recipe for disaster. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's probably the most humiliating crime that has led to significant time in jail. And yeah, not a very happy ending here, but it's a story I followed, and it just concluded, so wanted to go over it. That's about it. See ya. I know there's been an overwhelming amount of bad news recently, and I figured when it rains it pours, it's best just to give you even more right now. It's official. Akon City has been scrapped. I'm as shocked as you are. I'm as disappointed as you are. Angry, sad, inconsolable even. Akon City was set to be like one of the great wonders of the world. It was going to drag us kicking and screaming into the next age of humanity. It was a multi-billion-dollar project from Akon, Mr. Lonely himself. The city had breathtaking renders for its unique architecture that all looked like fucking barnacles. And it was even going to be powered by its own cryptocurrency, Akoin. I don't know about you, but I was scratching at my neck, just itching to convert all of my money to Akoin. But unfortunately, it looks like we're never going to get to experience this utopia. I covered this in a video like a year ago, but in a nutshell, Akon pitched Senegal on this big project, multi-billion dollar, he hyped it up, really just breathed a bunch of fucking baloney into it about... Oh man, it's so absurd that it actually just put some fucking dirt in my throat and made me cough. But he pitched them on this idea, they bought into it, and it went nowhere. And it never really even stood a chance. He wanted to mint a fucking city on the blockchain, basically. And all of his design documents were the most outlandish load of hogwash I've ever seen. We'll go over that in a moment. His renders are actual cinema. It's been many years since Akon was supposed to get all of this in motion. It was a $6 billion real-life Wakanda powered by Akoin, but the property got stuck in limbo, and after all these years, the only thing that's been built is a welcome center. Akon was warned in 2024 that failure to meet deadlines and payment schedules to Sapco would result in the forfeit of the property. And that's exactly what happened. Akon continued to stall, and now the land has returned to the state, so they're going to be prioritizing a tourism project instead. So R.I.P. to Akon City, but let's not forget the memories we made along the way. Take a peek at what this could have looked like. So here's the entertainment district. What are these? These aren't even buildings. This looks like when you go into Roller Coaster Tycoon and fuck up the terrain. It's even bad CG. Yeah. It's melted. Yeah, I guess their chief architect is Salvador Dali. Brought him back with the Akon City
in-house necromancer. The Tech District? What does this mean? Tech 003421? What tech what? What is the tech? What are they doing here? Lex Luthor live here or something? Butt Plug City. Yeah. This is the police station here. They inhabit this pack of hot dogs. Here's the fire department, which is conveniently placed in the worst possible position for them to get anywhere, because they're gonna have to navigate this minefield, this fucking labyrinth. Good luck having a quick response time from the firefighters. Osmosis Jones type landscape. Bro modeled the city from the mitochondria. Oh, here, Akon Tower. He's even got his own, like, Avengers building. So this is where Akon lives, and only Akon. The whole city's design documents look like Spy Kids 3D when they go into the game. Like, there is no sane architect that ever signed off on these. I have half a mind to think that Akon just went to Fiverr and went to a 3D modeler and said, make me, like, a wacky theme park. And then he just tried to parade it around as, like, his blueprints for Akon City. Now, as mentioned, none of this ever got built. Nothing ever even got close to getting built. The only thing that currently exists where Akon City was supposed to triumphantly stand is a welcome center. And it is a really interesting looking welcome center at that. A YouTuber actually recently went and did a video on this whole thing. It's a great video, and I just want to show you a quick clip from when they go to the welcome center and one incomplete building that started, stopped, and is just stuck in purgatory.
On getting here, I was welcomed by this building with a graffiti written Akon City boldly on the wall. This is nothing futuristic like I saw in the CGI.
So we're approaching Akon City, as you can see. That is Akon, and it says Akon City.
The best city. You have to go, guys. You have to do it.
Alright, we're almost close. That's Akon City over there.
We drove inside the city, and this was all I saw.
This right here is the only building that has been built in Akon City.
Although this building looked futuristic, but this project is looking like a disappointment.
That's as far as Akon City ever got. A welcome center with some really interesting graffiti on it, and that one weird, incomplete building. I don't exactly know what that building is supposed to be based on the design documents that Akon has shown us. Maybe that's one of the Tech 002 buildings. It could even potentially be the fire department. I can't tell. You know, it's not as recognizable in that state as it was in the Second Life montage that he made of buildings. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about this and let you all know the bad news that Akon City does seem to be dead. It's actually really fucking sad. Not that Akon City failed, that was always going to fail. This very clearly had all the makings of a scam. Like, that's what it seems like was the goal the whole time here from Akon. That's how it comes across. Because this is actual fucking horseradish. It's sad because he just clearly came in here with no real plan and seems to have just wanted to exploit the people here. And that kind of shit just sucks. So, yeah, anyway, just wanted to give you the update on Akon City. That's about it. So, yep. In the UK right now, there's a product that's more valuable than gold that people are going absolutely wild and wacky over. It's Prime, which is the drink from KSI and Logan Paul. It's being treated like a holy elixir that's understocked and absolutely making people ravenous to get their hands on it. The Prime panic is sweeping the UK, and there will be no survivors. It's like the blood of Christ has been bottled and people can't help but just go fight for it. And it's not because of the taste that's led to this situation, it's because it's become something of a status symbol. Having it makes you cool if you're very young. And if you're very old, having it means you can charge a huge markup for it and scam those kids that are desperate for the attention that it brings online. So there's been a lot of videos of people fighting each other for it. I'll show you a couple of clips.
Oh my god!
People getting in there, throwing hands, boxing each other out like it's basketball, getting ready for a rebound, all just to get their hands on some Prime.
I've had it before because in the States it's not rare, it's not hard to come by. I could walk outside right now and find like an unopened pallet of Prime. It's really just in the UK that this hysteria is sweeping the entire nation. It's going absolutely crazy there. So I've tried it, I think it's good, I have no complaints, but I certainly wouldn't be beating some ass and being that desperate to get my hands on a bottle. But you know who is extremely desperate is a place called Wakey Wines that I just recently learned about. Their entire business right now revolves around reselling Prime at a huge price increase, all the way up to £100 for a single can or bottle of Prime. Usually a bottle will be about £2, but Wakey Wines is treating it like it's the fountain of youth juice here, selling it at 100 bottles, or £100 per bottle in some cases, and they're still successfully making sales. They've actually become extremely popular for this. A lot of people are buying it from them. That's how outrageous this whole thing is. Now I want to show you a great video that breaks it all down. This comes from a channel named Fat Memer, and I learned everything there is to learn about Wakey Wines here. You hear the Wakey Wines people made their own drink. What's special about Wakey Wines? They price gouge everything they sell. How are they successful then? Oh, here's a whole thing on it. Let me see.
Mohammed and Abdul, aka the Wolves of Wakefield, have been hitting national headlines over the...
The Wolves of Wakefield. I don't know anything about these guys. They seem like some real goofballs. I promise you, no one is calling them the Wolves of Wakefield besides them. They absolutely gave themselves that name. No shot anyone actually gives that much thought to them aside from like, wow, what a joke.
The last few weeks for reselling Prime at extortionate prices and their viral videos. Ironically, they haven't become known for selling wine, but Prime. Now, of course, because KSI and Logan Paul,
I'm assuming they sell more than that, though.
They know that kids are willing to do anything to get their hands on this drink. For mum...
But why? But like, actually, why? I still don't see why people are fighting themselves over Prime in the UK. It is abundant in the States. I can go anywhere that sells drinks and they have, like, Prime filled to the fucking brim, literally leaking out of their toilets. It's everywhere. There's not that same chaos here. Why do kids in the UK want to fight each other for Prime? Even if it's from their favorite YouTubers, I don't really get it. Because you just drink it once and then you're done. Expensive and therefore cool. I guess... That's kind of become like a pretty common thing. Like if something costs a lot, it's like a status symbol to have it. But it's not like you collect Prime. What, are they putting it in like an acrylic box and stacking it on their bookshelf? I doubt it. They probably get it, drink it for the sake of a TikTok, and then they're done. €100 down the shitter. They collect the bottles to flex on TikTok? Well, you can just order empty bottles though. The flex is they drink it. But it just seems like such a huge price for one TikTok of drinking Prime.
With fluctuating prices between £15 and £30 for the standard Prime drink, and prices now reaching an eye-watering £100 a can for the brand new Prime Energy cans. Wakey Wines have taken
I see, okay, so the energy's an increased premium because it's newer. I'm assuming it's even more understocked. So now they're charging the moon for that shit. It's like an NFT at this point, goddamn.
Which has led people to discover his dark past. In 2015, Mohammed received an 8-year jail sentence and served 4 years behind bars. At the time, it was reported that he pleaded guilty and was convicted of selling cocaine and heroin. With this...
Yeah, it just reminded me of something totally unrelated to his charges. You guys ever see this video? It just resurfaced today. About the turtle that was smuggling $53 million worth of coke. Yeah, it was back in like 2017. There was a sea turtle that had $53 million worth of cocaine that was strapped to it. That was like fucking El Chapo's pet. They finally got him though. They finally got him. That bastard. He'd been importing this shit for years. 1,800 pounds worth. How long did the turtle serve for? I don't know. I didn't see anything about his trial. All I can tell you is Crash did not take it well after the flop of Finding Dory. Shit was rough. In all seriousness, I hope the turtle's alright. Yeah, I imagine they probably got the cocaine off of it and then just set it free again. Like, I don't think they actually threw it in cuffs or anything. I don't think it's currently sitting in, you know, county. Thanks, Yusuf Panda. Did I get the name of the turtle from Finding Nemo wrong? Isn't it Crash? It's Crash and Squirt, right? Why are you saying it's Crush? Oh my god, it is Crush. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot.
For my money now, I've got a shop. My dad bought me a shop, and I work hard, and I don't sell drugs now. So I just thought I put it out there rather than everybody else saying Azza's doing this, Azza's doing that, and I'm a changed person. I'm reformed. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I see no reason to doubt him. He served his time. I think he doesn't even need to deal drugs anymore. He's selling something far more addictive, and that's clout. So he's able to easily tap into an even bigger market now. Like cocaine, yeah, I'm sure kids are gonna get cocaine somehow, but it's a lot harder than just going down to his shop and getting fucking Prime for €100. So it's I believe he probably doesn't deal drugs anymore.
Amounts and high values. It shouldn't be worth £100 for a can of Prime, or 10, 15, 20 pounds for a bottle of Prime hydration. It's absolutely ridiculous, and I hate it. To the owner of Wakey Wines, I mean, what you're doing is just unfair, and it's
challenge him to a boxing match, beat his ass.
It's not ethical, it's not nice.
Although to
KSI drops the gauntlet. If you can beat me in boxing, you can actually double the price and I'll endorse it. But you lose, you shut down the shop. Make some high stakes out of it. Scalpers are dicks. Yep, no one likes scalpers, literally. I don't know how they're in business, to be honest. They must just be very lucky that some people are so starved for the clout of that TikTok flex of drinking the Prime that they'll pay the £100. But, yeah, no one likes them. Literally no one likes them. I think scalpers are probably like one of the only unanimously hated career paths in the world. Like, even a drug dealer, you can make some arguments for, like, a good drug dealer. He's peddling escapism. Well, he's doing it because he has to feed his family at home. With a scalper, no one's making those arguments. Scalpers just fucking suck across the board. I just checked, it's like 120 American dollars. Yeah, if you convert it to freedom units, it's over $100. It is outrageous. I mean, that's scalping in a nutshell, though.
Fair play, Mo. In fact, if you're a kid and you're paying £100 for a bottle of Prime, then you deserve to get scammed. You've got to write the kid off. He's got no chance.
You know what? I'll make an argument in defense of Wakey Wines. He's teaching kids an important lesson about getting scammed early. And hopefully, it'll be something that stays with them for the rest of their life. Like, wow, what a fucking idiot I was paying £100 for this bottle of Prime. Never doing that again. It's a low-level scam. It's very expensive for a kid. Very expensive in general. So it should be one that would resonate pretty profoundly, I would think. It's not the kid's money, it's the idiot parents. That's possible, I guess. Well, it'll teach the parents an important lesson about not raising a dumb kid. I don't know.
Video emerged of Mo in a nightclub dancing the night away with women of the night. One Twitter user stated, sniffing lines, banging nines, and selling Prime. I mean,
cool slogan.
Can you blame him?
Put that on the store.
He's paid his dues to society, and anyway, these kids wouldn't know how to spend their money properly. Wakey Wine seems to be going from strength to strength, and now even have their own song.
Get my scent to Wakey Wine.
Oh! Wait! This is the Paradox Metaverse crypto place? Where the Amio Talio tried to get like Wakey Wines endorsement behind him and not even they were able to make anything out of it? That's crazy! Wow, they actually just do go scam to scam. So they're even in metaverse scams. Holy shit. Crypto scams. Wait, that's fucking wild. That's a full circle. They're just like this giant fleshlight that scams will filter through. Cool.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow me on all of my socials.
This is a great breakdown of it. I didn't know shit about them.
Subscribe and comment below what you want to see next.
Huge. Good work. That's interesting. What a nice little cameo from previous season supervillains with Paradox Metaverse crypto. How's that coin doing, by the way? Let's take a peek. Oh, jeepers. How did it all go so wrong? Oh, I can't believe it. That's the day chart? Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. We should look at how it's doing over the last week. Oh, no. What? How's this possible? Whoa! What was this little pump here? Amio Talio buying on bot accounts. Good work. That was a nice little pump and dump for a day. Literally a day. And then back to rugging it. Did you see kids opening Prime at Christmas? They reacted the same way as a kid getting his first Xbox. That's so cute. Have any of you heard of this? Mellowmint? I'm curious. Overwhelmingly, no. And one guy who's lying saying yes. I saw this yesterday, and it is one of the most fascinating projects I've ever seen. So I want to take you on a little journey through this project here. So it's basically nothing, but it's nothing that they're selling for $107,000 for access to a music playlist. We'll go through all of the mumbo jumbo at the top in a moment, but just take a peek at this. $107,000 for the quintessential playlist, the creme de la creme of music. 71% is dominated by the soul-penetrating melodies of the Balkans. By purchasing this, you're not only securing 2,645 songs carefully curated to move your soul, but you're also casting a vote and joining Mellowmint in a global musical revolution by supporting our audacious vision. Immerse yourself in this unforgettable audio journey and join us on the path to reshaping the world for the better. So this isn't even music they make. This is just 2,645 tracks they pulled into Spotify, basically, and they're charging you $107,000 for access to it. Which is fascinating. And apparently their mission is to change the world by giving you access to music they deem to be high quality, which of course means nothing. It's just whatever this guy liked. So if we go back to the top here of what Mellowmint is, I need to give you guys a look into pure lunacy. Because it's just a bunch of buzzwords that they had ChatGPT spit out for them. Once upon a time in the kaleidoscopic landscape of the music universe, an innovative entity was born, Mellowmint. It wasn't just a brand, but a vision. A new dawn that promised to reduce human suffering worldwide using the power of music. The mastermind behind Mellowmint had a grand design, a plan so ambitious and beautiful that it was destined to unite people across the world. The guy speaks like he's in a fucking anime. Like, this is just the most egregious scam ever. Like, this actually seems like one of those Reddit posts from back during the, like, I am euphoric, not in this moment because of some phony god, but I'm enlightened by my own intelligence or whatever. It has that energy, but in 2023. Let's say that an influential icon, a trendsetter with a powerful voice, made an unexpected purchase. They invest into the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated. An audacious act, sure to pique curiosity among fans. It wouldn't, though. If anyone bought this, you'd just be ridiculed, rightfully, and bullied, rightfully, for doing so. I don't know, that sounds like a good deal. Well, it is the most exclusive music playlist ever to be curated, so maybe. Maybe I'll hear the 2,645 tracks and I'll get taller, I'll be happier, my beard will be fuller. It's all possible. The way he speaks about this makes it sound like it's a goddamn panacea to all the world's ailments. A story unravels as the world tunes into the influencer's content, mesmerized by the unique symphony of sounds found in the Mellowmint playlist. Excitement builds. The rhythm of Mellowmint hypnotizes the masses, launching a viral movement of unity, a symphony of shared experience. Like, I can already just hear their pinky out as they're typing this. As the echoes of Mellowmint reverberate, our vision broadens. Unexpected, but very much needed, musical collaborations start to happen on the global plane. We turn the volume up on our philanthropic efforts, launching our charity initiative. Music is our tool, and with it, we will orchestrate change. And it's not even their music. Like, if this was a band doing this, I wouldn't even care as much. I'd be like, you know what? This is a fun way of marketing your music. This is just one fucking goofball goober with stained undies that just took 2,600 songs he liked on Spotify and put them into a playlist. That's it. That's it. It's crazy. Why is this not illegal? Because well, good question, actually. I was going to say because you're getting exactly what you pay for, but he's promising that this music is somehow going to change the world, basically. So, I mean, that is very fraudulent. I don't know. It's criminally delusional. He should be locked up because this man belongs in Arkham Asylum with this shit. Our melody doesn't stop there. The world becomes our dance floor as we host immersive Mellowment branded parties worldwide. These events are symphonies of togetherness and celebration, amplified by the unique rhythm of our music. The world unites under the Mellowment banner celebrating life. The one world government becomes Mellowment. Everything rolls under Mellowment's umbrella thanks to this carefully curated musical playlist. If someone's dumb enough to pay for it and fall for it, that's on them. Oh, true. That is 100% on them. Meanwhile, Mellowment evolves into a stage for undiscovered talent. We cast the spotlight on the fresh, raw voices of budding artists and producers, giving their creativity a platform. Mellowment becomes not just a brand, but a cultural phenomenon. It brings a revolution, a shift in the very way we consume, create, and celebrate music. What shift? Other than having a $100,000 entry fee. That's the only change. You have a music playlist. Those have existed for 30 years. This isn't just an ambitious plan. It's a call to action for anyone who loves music, unity, and making a difference. With Mellowment, every beat is a step closer to a world where music is the true universal language of unity. By investing in this vision, you become a part of the symphony, an architect of this global phenomenon. They're using unity more often than the fucking game engine itself uses it. That word has lost all meaning for me right now. Like, I'm already forgetting that it's a real word. I think there's a 0% chance the guy behind this actually believes this, though. It's just all designated to try and get one big whale on board. The Mellowment goals for 2023-2024: making the world a better place through music one song at a time. What an incredibly difficult goal. How are you going to accomplish that in the next couple of months for 2023, or even in 2024? And how are you going to measure whether or not the world's a better place and whether or not it's because of your music playlist? Charity fundraiser launch, never happening. This goes right into his little piggy bank. Celebrating life with Mellowment branded parties worldwide, again, never happening. No one would go unless you paid them to go, which you're not going to do. Showcasing and helping careers of fresh producers, talent and artists, connecting artists and producers worldwide and inspiring collaborations. Lil Pump 6ix9ine Future Travis Scott making a track on Jewel Marcel Murad type beat. EU beats in the following text. I'm sure they'd love to collaborate for Mellowment. I bet they'd love to hop on that together. Lil Pump, 6ix9ine, Future, Travis Scott, vibing to Balkan music. They love Balkan music here. That was one of their big selling points for the $100,000 package. And who's to say they're not already vibing to Balkan music? US rappers collabing with EU artists on EU beats. Trap beats are boring. Well, I was just about to buy it too, and now you've insulted my tastes. I'll take my business to the other $100,000 playlists. Scoundrel. If I only knew I had 170 days left to live out my life, this is definitely where I would spend my money. If you're dying, you don't want to die without listening to this playlist, so put your money where your mouth is. The Quintessential Playlist is a handcrafted masterpiece carefully curated over decades and passionately fashioned from thousands of albums and tracks. It is an extravagant marvel in the world of music. This exclusive collection is nothing less than the culmination of a lifetime devoted to exploration and adoration of good music, an enduring testament to the transformative power of rhythm and lyrics. Who dictates whether or not it's good? Just this one weirdo's tastes. Probably not a single #1 hit on that playlist. Oh, absolutely not. You think he would besmirch the handcrafted beauty of this playlist with a Billboard topping song? Disgusting. No. This is for real music, such as the sound of 3 trash cans being banged together. Oh, yes. Just even thinking about that starting to change the world for me. Venturing far beyond the realm of the ordinary, the Quintessential Playlist is a result of countless hours, days, and years spent delving truly deep into the global music vault. Every song is handpicked meeting the toughest criteria, every track polished to perfection, every melody carrying its own unique story. This prodigious No, that's not how you say that word. This prodigious compilation is a comprehensive reflection of the world's best musical landscape, the musical brilliance of countless artists, the raw emotion encapsulated in their creations, all harmoniously compiled into 250 hours of exquisite musical experience. Brother, what are you talking about? At the very bottom of this, it says that it's 143 hours. You're lying. This says right here, in plain, ordinary English, 2,645 tracks equate to 143 hours of listening time. Where's the 250 coming from here? Are you lying? Are you telling me a lie? Oh my god. How am I supposed to trust them now with my money? But yeah, I saw this project yesterday and I was just blown away by just how shameless it is. With a quintessential playlist, you don't just listen. You connect to the world and reaching a global audience. It's about bridging the gap between continents, cultures, and individuals, about resonating with the collective heartbeat of humanity. Experience the influence, the reach, the significance, the quintessential playlist. If there's no The Gentlemen on it, then this whole playlist is worthless. And here's the party they're talking about that's never going to be thrown. I actually feel like this is made by the guy who made Firefest, and I already forgot that fucking goofball's name. But it's basically just like the same thing. You're buying a ticket to the once-in-a-lifetime event that mirrors the vibrancy and energy of the music it celebrates. It's just a blatant scam. That image was generated by AI, was it? Oh yeah, it was. The hands are fucked up. This actually is just an AI image. Cute. Well, I mean, he's not saying the party's been thrown yet. It's just, it's coming. And this is them showing you that. Oh! I never even scrolled down this far. There's a $35 taste test. Not ready to commit? No worries at all. The taste test will change your mind. Dip your toes into the boundless ocean of music with our sample offering. A finely curated selection of 17 extraordinary tracks gives you a small yet immersive glimpse into the mellow mint universe. Soul-stirring heart of Balkan tunes, electric energy of European rap pop, and an intoxicating whisper of sultry reggaeton. If you pay $35 for a fucking playlist, you deserve to go to jail. Straight up. And if you pay $107,000 for access to a playlist, you deserve to go to hell. Like, I don't know what to tell you. This is tragic. Very cool, though. That's the mellow mint difference. We might start seeing a subtle change in the world for the better, and we'll know who to thank for it. But he's delivering on everything he promised. It's most certainly life-changing being $107,000 in debt. Oh, this, I would not have expected this. Here, the first thing that comes up when you go to the Mellow Mint Twitter is this tweet. The carbon emissions and global warming agenda is a globalistic construct. The climate is a dynamic system and there's so much to it. The Earth naturally cycles between hot and cold periods, which have been documented. It immediately goes into, like, this is all a globalistic agenda. When it's all about, listen to the Balkan music for $107,000, we're changing the world, unity, this and that. Very interesting. Yeah, unfortunately the title of the video is not misleading. Mr. Lonely himself, Akon, is behind a massive scam. If any of you watching grew up in the 90s or early 2000s, I'm sure that name rings a lot of bells because Akon is an artist who was responsible for some absolutely iconic boner jams back in the day. And a few years ago, he decided to pitch a city, Akon City, which would be powered by the blockchain and have their own form of currency called A-Coin. And I've got to tell you, the design documents here, the blueprints, the renders of what Akon City could look like are so outrageous it almost makes the Willy Wonka experience look like a good idea. I feel like everyone who takes even a glance at the proposed Akon City documents will immediately write it off as being impossible and just a load of baloney. And they'd be 100% right in that assumption. This will never happen. This city looks like something out of Final Fantasy. It's just not really feasible. Yet, Akon, as well as other collaborators, are doing their best to try and make it a reality. Though after years of work, the only thing they have to show for it is a single welcome center that has a graffitied picture of Akon on the side. And it doesn't really welcome you to anything because there's nothing to show for it. It just welcomes you to something that's emptier than my colon after eating Greek yogurt first thing in the morning. It takes you to basically just an empty field, though there is a single building skeleton there that has a staircase and that's it. and then just a bunch of cattle roaming freely. So there is no real progress being made on Akon City, and it really seems like from the beginning this was supposed to be just either a full-blown scam or just a narcissistic ego piece for Akon. Because it makes no sense why Akon would introduce a cryptocurrency to Akon City when a lot of African regions already use cryptocurrency in their day-to-day lives. If he was really trying to make this a real thing that wasn't just trying to take advantage and exploit people, it would have made more sense for him to just use the already established Bitcoin or Ethereum, which is prevalent throughout Africa. But instead he introduced his own cryptocurrency and said, "I am the bank." He also is the douchebag behind Acoin fucking a ton of early investors. So they actually did sell Acoin, and a lot of people bought into it, and then it immediately collapsed. It went from a 132% gain to a 60% loss, and then started offering refunds. And all these investors, when trying to get their refund, basically just got cold-shouldered and never got their refunds for this. They basically just got rugged like everyone else with the crypto boom a few years ago. But anyway, I recommend checking out Patrick Cece's video for an in-depth look at a lot of what went on behind the scenes at Akon City and Akon himself here. I want to show you what Akon City was supposed to look like and how fucking stupid this entire project seems just from like an outside perspective. It really looks like an impossible to complete task that somehow Akon promised would be done by 2024, and yet all they have right now is like a bare bones welcome center and like a single like skeleton of another building. That's about as bad as the Soulja Boy Game Boy. Okay, show a little respect for the Soulja console. Also, Akon City is so much worse than just releasing a fraudulent game console. It is disgusting to compare the two. Akon City is like the most egregious, over-the-top scam. Like, it's so much worse. Akon actually has a video showcasing it. Look up, "This is Akon City." I don't think I ever saw this. I only ever read about Akon City. So here's the entertainment district. What are these? These aren't even buildings. This looks like when you go into Roller Coaster Tycoon and fuck up the terrain. Who's your architect? This is what it looks like when you like actually trip acid for the first time. It's even bad CG. Yeah. It's melted. Yeah, I guess their chief architect is Salvador Dali. Brought him back with the Akon City in-house necromancer. The Tech District? What does this mean? Tech 003421? What tech what? What is the tech? What are they doing here? Lex Luthor live here or something? What does this mean? What does it mean? Butt Plug City. Yeah, I mean, not wrong. This all does look like something you'd find on Bad Dragon. Health and safety. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, wait, it's this building. I thought he just reused Tech 001 here for the health and safety building, but it's this building. They're just side by side. Yeah. This is the police station here. They inhabit this pack of hot dogs. Here's the fire department, which is conveniently placed in the worst possible position for them to get anywhere, because they're going to have to navigate this minefield, this fucking labyrinth. Good luck having a quick response time from the firefighters. Unspecified office building, I guess. Residential building. General hospital. Outpatient clinic. This is another residential building. Just this coral. Game name? Oh no, this is a city. This is a Akon City in real life. Apparently they actually did build a building though, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I never saw this video go up for it. Education district. This is Education 1, Education 2, Education 3. So I'm guessing this is pre-K, kindergarten, middle school, high school, and then everyone parks here in this teardrop, and then another residential building. Osmosis Jones type landscape. Bro modeled the city from the mitochondria. Yeah, true. So here's the Scenewood district. Oh, here, Akon Tower. He's even got his own like Avengers building. So this is where Akon lives, and only Akon. Wait, wasn't this in the tech district? Isn't this building already occupied by tech? Am I misremembering the layout? It might be too sophisticated for my tiny little reptile brain, but I'm pretty sure that was one of the tech buildings. Oh no, it's right here. It's right above Tech 4. Then a bunch of filming studios, more residential buildings, some more office buildings, and this random media tower, I guess. Looks like a cactus theme park. Yeah. Convenient location. All of this looks like Hitachi wands. It looks less like butt plugs, and it legitimately looks like the things you'd see in porn. Those, like, really, ribby wands. Looks like Cryptoland 2.0. Well, apparently it's powered by the blockchain, so it kind of is Cryptoland 2.0. I have to imagine whoever put this presentation together was actually laughing so hard as they charged Akon an exorbitant amount for it. Yeah, I'll throw this piece of shit together for like, I don't know, like $3 million bucks. Done. Shake my hand. Looks like a pretty cool place to live. I don't know what I'm looking at here. It's just random JPEGs that are floating through on this building, but how could you not smile if you lived in a place like Akon City? Alright, let's see the current Akon City. Do we really need an explanation for why Akon City will never happen? I think we all know just by looking at the design blueprints there. Like, come on.
Building has like futuristic curvatures outside. It definitely looks like something out of Wakanda, but only one building so far.
Whoa, 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 what was this? Wait, what? This is... So this is there right now. Also, you should probably have someone else come in and do the artwork on the side of your building. Why? That looks like extremely low poly. It's like a PS1 render of Akon. You could definitely find a better artist for that. In March 2022, Stevens asked a judge to freeze Akon's New York assets, claiming that without the measure, Akon would have difficulty repaying an alleged debt. Stevens' lawyer, Jeffrey Movitt, alleged in his affidavit that Akon City and Akon exhibited many of the trademark characteristics of a fraudulent business venture such as Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. Akon City was likely a scam. Akon denied the allegations about Akon City. The following month he paid $850K to settle part of the ongoing lawsuit. He said the motion to freeze his accounts has been made out of spite. I mean, likely a scam is very generous. It is 100% a scam. In every possible version of the word. It is official. That's the only thing they've built at Akon City. It's just a welcome center with his face on it. Well, why can't I... Does anyone ever pay a visit to the welcome center? I want to see it. I've covered a lot of scams over the years, but this product might just take the cake for being the most diabolical. It's an automatic litter box that is killing cats. It kind of stops being a litter box and becomes like a pseudo-guillotine that executes some of the cats that use it. It is horrifying and heartbreaking. There's a YouTube channel called One Man 5 Cats that just posted an incredible breakdown going over how dangerous and deadly this device is. Those two adorable cats pictured there, Mochi and Charlie, are two of the who knows how many victims of this death trap. As a cat owner myself, the thought of this is really infuriating, and from what I can tell through looking it up, this automatic litter box is a very popular one. And it's being sold under numerous different brands. It keeps getting rebranded or repackaged and sold by a ton of different other companies. So it's not like it's coming from one place that you can always track down. Like, oh, this is, you know, from Jerry Inc., designed to kill Tom and every other cat or anything. This is a bunch of different brands selling the same device with the same problem that can lead to your cat just being killed by it.
Which shared a video on TikTok from a lady called Carly J, who described how her automatic litter box killed her cat, a beautiful 1-year-old Siamese girl called Moshi.
Yesterday morning, we woke up, me and my 2-year-old daughter, and I went to find my cat, and she was hanging from her litter box. It had closed on her neck and her body was hanging out, and there was red stuff all over, like everywhere.
I'm guessing you can't say blood on TikTok, but the scene she's describing is consistent with reports from other cat owners that also lost their beloved pets to this machine as well. I just can't even imagine that. Even just hearing about it makes me angry. If I found that my cat Io had been killed by one of these, that would have me fully go John Wick. Like, I know I kind of look like a diet great value John Wick right now just by default, but that would have me fully go, like, unhinged with it.
She didn't say what machine it was, but she did clarify in the follow-up video that it wasn't an actual litter robot, but something she had bought off of Amazon. She didn't name it in this video either, but she did in the comments. Her videos started to go viral, but then just a few days after they were uploaded, they were gone. So I started to investigate. I needed to know if this was real and if potentially deadly machines were being sold.
It's not unusual for videos to be taken down either by the user or by a company looking to salvage their image if it paints them in a bad light. So One Man 5 Cats was paying attention, noticed the videos got taken down, and launched his own investigation to see if the claims were real. Or maybe it was all one big hoax by some rival litter box company trying to besmirch the good name of Am's Toys.
I'd already found the one that she named on Amazon a few days earlier, sold under the brand Am's Toy. Astonishingly, they even called it Litter Robot by Am's Toy, using Whisker's Litter Robot font. This is absolutely not a litter robot, and it shows just how dodgy this company is.
This whole thing is fishy from top to bottom. This company itself is extraordinarily sketchy. So they're trying to pretend to be a more successful, more reputable company that sells the litter robot to confuse consumers. It's actual infringement. Like, this is fraud. At least in my opinion. I'm not an expert, but they are calling it the litter robot, which is already something that exists by a different company, and it's a completely different device. The litter robot by Am's Toy is as much of a robot as me doing this. It doesn't really function the way it should, because it shouldn't be fucking killing cats, you know what I mean? It's not the litter robot, it's the shitter robot. And Am's Toy knows that. They are doing a classic knockoff. Like, this is something that you see in every industry. When something gets popular, you're going to see 1,000 different companies and brands take the exact same thing, even call it the exact same thing, even though it's not the real product, because it's hoping to confuse buyers into getting theirs instead of the real one. Usually they'll make it more appealing by making it cheaper, which is exactly what Am's Toy's litter robot did. It is a cheap automatic litter robot option that people who are familiar with these kind of devices have probably heard the name litter robot before, so they felt that it was trustworthy.
In the review section, there was a photo of one covered in blood, stating that it had killed their cat. It wasn't under her name, but it had to be her machine. But after the TikTok videos were removed, that review no longer had the photo on it, and was now positive. Then a few days later, the entire listing for the Am's Toy was gone.
Another timeless classic from these evil companies, they put this product out there. When it becomes apparent to most consumers that it's a scam, or in this case, more than a scam, it is actually killing the intended user, they just vanish. They just disappear into a puff of smoke. Also, the review being changed, I haven't actually seen it to that level before. Like, it's very common for these scam companies to have paid reviews, like shills come in and review, or in certain cases bots. When the review site doesn't have a lot of protections in place, you'll see a lot of bot reviews. But this one's really weird. Not only did they try and bury that review about the cat that was murdered by their product, they changed it to "good machine with cute ears." That's like the fakest sounding review ever. And in a case like this, that's like someone leaving a review for the Brazen Bull, like, "was boiled alive, but man did it look cool on the outside. 4 stars. These people are fucked up. It's not like they don't know what's going on here. They are clearly aware that their product is killing cats. And yet, what they're doing to fix that is hiding that and then just rebranding. Like, they just say, all right, we'll just try again in a week. That was so good, I think I'll try it a second time. What about second breakfast? Here we go, new brand, same machine. It'll probably kill a couple cats, and when that happens, we'll just do it all over again. Rinse and repeat.
There are also a lot of very similar looking machines and different names on Amazon and Wayfair in the US, not just under the Am's Toy name. After looking at the photos and videos of them, I saw a potential danger. So I had to buy one to see for myself. And they didn't actually send me the one I ordered, which was identical to the AMS toy version, minus the ears. But what I received was still the same fundamental design. It's one of the countless generic machines which are generally bought in bulk and branded by a random company. That's why you see so many identical ones online with different names.
Without the ears, this shit actually does just look like a minion. It looks like a minion that was trapped in a noir film. So as you can see, this machine is being used by a ton of different sellers under a ton of different names, ton of different brands. But it remains the same fundamentally terrible product that can kill a cat.
I immediately started testing it straight out the box, as shipped, and had my fears confirmed. I don't even know how I'm supposed to free.
Yikes, that is horrible. Seeing the Garfield plushie get annihilated there like it was about to be turned into fucking lasagna paints a pretty clear picture of how these cats are being killed by it. So it is a single piece of plastic and only one opening that's mounted to the base, and it rotates upwards when it's doing its cleaning cycle. So if a cat peeks in, which is very normal behavior for cats apparently, like my cat does it, Io, anytime she uses the litter box, she like looks down there to make sure that it's not alive, because if it is, she'd go down there and swat the shit out of it 1,000 times, give it like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, ora ora ora, well, just slapping the poop around. So it's not unusual, and it should be expected that a cat might look into the litter box once it finishes. And that shouldn't be a death sentence for the cat.
But this rotates on the y-axis, so as it cycles, the opening closes. Because that piece of plastic opening is attached to the base and not split in two, if a cat gets caught in it, then there's no escape. There's the weight sensors, an infrared sensor on the front entrance that will pause the machine if a cat gets close to it or enters it. The third safety measure is the pinch detector.
Now, this has sensors, but clearly they don't work very well. The sensors are supposed to be in place to prevent this kind of thing from happening, where if there's still a cat like around while it's doing the cleaning cycle, it should abort that mission. Like, it shouldn't continue the cleaning cycle because it could be dangerous to the cat.
Here I'm pressing down, putting my weight on it and covering the infrared sensor. Both indeed pause the cycling briefly. It should not resume like this. If a cat put its paws on the front and peered in, it should wait until those triggered sensors were cleared. Instead, it just pauses briefly and resumes, which is making both sensors redundant.
Now the pinch detector should, getting a sense of resistance from here and reversing, but it doesn't. It carries on. Ah. God, that really hurts.
Dude almost just sacrificed his hand to the AMS toy Bloodlord here. So clearly, these sensors are not effective. Now, they did roll out an update on the app to fix the sensors, which did actually fix them, but I still argue that that's just not good enough. It is a terrible product, even with functioning sensors. It is still a dog shit design that is inherently dangerous for cats. There is no reason why it should be rotating upwards and have a fucking fixed base that it's rotating against. Because technology breaks. No matter how much you fix something or roll out changes, there's always going to be malfunctions. And in the case of this putrid motherfucker, it's going to cost the cat its life. Other automatic litter boxes that I've seen don't rotate upwards often. Most of them rotate onto their side. But the ones that do also don't rotate against a fixed base, they rotate against something that can pop off. So even if a cat somehow does find itself stuck on one of the other machines that's going upwards, because they're in two pieces, the top pops off and the cat is alive and it gets to live to see another day. Here, that is not the case.
The inside rim of the plastic opening is actually quite sharp too, so that combined with the force and the three safety measures all failing to do their job made this machine incredibly dangerous. Once I had finished these initial tests, I connected it to the Tuya Smart app to see if there were any firmware updates, and yeah, there was one. So I installed it, and amazingly, the sensor started to work properly, including the pinch detector.
One Man 5 Cat mentions that there was no indication that there needed to be a firmware update. There was nothing in the manual that even talked about safety, really. So the vast majority of buyers of this product would have no idea that they need to download and update the firmware to have the sensors function properly. When you purchase something, you're expecting it to be in a working order. That's not going to just be some kind of fucking saw trap for your cat.
From my experience in my Facebook group, I know that many people don't bother with apps, which means if they have one of these, then they won't have the safer firmware. Are the sellers on Amazon, Wayfair, and AliExpress contacting people who've bought them to tell them that they must update the firmware? Well, if this was a single machine sold by a well-known brand, I'm sure they would. But with all these different random companies, it's doubtful. I just really hope that they are.
I am extremely confident that they're not. I would eat my fucking left shoe if it turns out any of these sellers bothered reaching any of the buyers to tell them to upgrade the firmware, to update it. Otherwise, their cat might die in it. I feel like most of the companies would be really weary of sending an email like that to the buyers because it might put them into legal hot water or something. They probably wouldn't even alert the buyers to those safety concerns in the first place, and they just sit there crossing their fingers hoping that their cat doesn't die because then it might be bad for their brand and they'll have to restart again under a different name, like they're doing countless times.
Then there's just how good are the sensors? How reliable are they? Sensors fail, especially cheap sensors, and looking at the build quality of this, I highly doubt the sensors are high quality. So if the sensors stop working, then you still have this incredibly dangerous design of the opening closing off with no way to escape.
It's something One Man 5 Cats also mentions here, and then also talks about how bad the build quality is and how it's just, even aside from being a death trap, a really awful automatic litter box. Now, he actually did get in contact with the initial poster of that TikTok video who lost her cat to one of these, and it's really interesting what we learn from her.
Amstoy had given a financial settlement to delete the videos and the Amazon review. As part of the settlement, Amstoy would remove the machine from sale. Her husband was unable to delete the Amazon review, so he changed it to a positive one.
So that solves the mystery of the deleted TikTok videos and the changed Amazon review. So they were financially compensated by this company that had led to the death of their cat to take down the videos and also get rid of the Amazon review. What a scummy organization. And apparently they had stopped the sale of that product. Bah humbug, I know they're not. They're just selling it under a different name now. No doubt in my mind. One Man 5 Cats goes on to say that he doesn't blame her for taking the settlement. He mentions he doesn't know how much it was, but she mentioned it wasn't a lot. The main reason she did it was to get the product to stop being sold on Amazon, but she just didn't know how widespread of an issue this is. This isn't just one company selling it. It's not just Amstoy. This is that product being sold by a ton of different other sellers, and I'm sure whoever's behind Amstoy is still selling it themselves, but under a different name. So ultimately, it didn't stop getting sold as a result of this, unfortunately.
Carly also told me about a lady called Trish who messaged her to say that her cat had also been killed by the Amstoy machine, and she put me in touch with her. Trish's kitten Charlie was 3 months old and over the minimum weight that the manual states a cat should be before turning on autocycling. On the 19th of July, Trish got a video call from her 13-year-old daughter frantically telling her that Charlie's neck was caught in the closed opening.
I'll go ahead and stop the story here. It is heartbreaking. Like, it is awful. It's these goddamn vultures that are so hungry to just push out these scams, these really cheaply made products to try and make a quick buck off deceiving consumers into purchasing them by emulating popular brands, and people are just none the wiser. It's on Amazon, and most people have like some level of faith in an Amazon product at least not going to kill someone, right? And these fucking vermin know that. So they put it on Amazon, they know it's dangerous and deadly, and do not care. Because they're trying to make some money on top of these kitten corpses.
Trish also shared with me a review on the now deleted AMS toy Amazon listing about a cat that had also gotten stuck in the opening, but the owner was able to rescue her in time. But it doesn't end there. There was another Facebook post in my Facebook group that shared this story about a 5-month-old kitten that was found suffocated in a waste drawer.
This one actually had the cat pass away in a different fashion. As opposed to being trapped between the opening and the base, this one got trapped under the scooper and suffocated in the litter. Now, the last sentence here is something very important to note. Perhaps warn your customers since it's the most affordable option I've seen for a litter robot. That's what makes these so popular and why they're being resold by so many brands, because they're manufactured super cheap and cheaper than all of the alternatives. So a lot of people have been purchasing them not knowing that it could kill their pets. And since companies like AMS Toy just delete the listing or pay people off to delete negative reviews and take down videos talking about it, people don't even get the information to let them know that it could be dangerous, because they just get a fresh listing with the same machine and none of the reviews are there anymore.
I tried to contact AMS Toy to get a statement, but their online presence is very minimal, and especially now that their Amazon listings are gone. I did find their YouTube channel, so I left a comment asking if they could get in touch with me. They didn't reply or email me. Instead, they deleted my comment. Deleting seems to be their way of dealing with things. I hope this video can help get all of them removed from sale everywhere and get to the people who already have them to warn them.
I wasn't surprised that they deleted that comment. I was actually more shocked that they had a YouTube account still up. Usually when a company, you know, goes tits up and decides to sail off into the sunset before rebranding and selling the same shit, they make sure to scrub the entire online presence of their previous scam. AMS Toy forgot one, clearly. So overall, massive thanks to One Man 5 Cats for talking about this, showcasing it, and warning people, because I imagine there's a lot of people that watched his video and may have actually had one in their home, and it probably saved their cat's life. Like, unironically, it probably saved that animal's life. Hopefully, the products can be removed from Amazon and every other seller that has them. It's a dangerous product. It's a scam product. So it should be very easy to just slap to the shadow realm, I would think. So yeah, great work by One Man 5 Cats. And my heart breaks for anyone that lost their cat to this thing. Hopefully going forward, this product will just not exist anymore. That's really about it. Go check out One Man 5 Cats channel if you do want to see like good automatic litter box options that aren't deadly or dangerous. And yeah, that's really about it. See ya.